Who are Slavs? Now that's a tough question.
Jebeni vam 9 kolena.
Are they only Russians, as Americans like to call them? Or maybe are they the Mexicans of Europe? Because they pretty much built the entire European infrastructure. Or maybe are they Mongolians? Well, yes. Except the Mongolian part. Only the behavior is very similar to wild Mongolian hordes. Slavs are a very special group of Europeans, quite literally in some cases. Their history is filled with strange and mysterious topics. Looking at the evidence, it seems they appeared out of nowhere. Now, for historians and archaeologists, it's actually quite difficult to pinpoint the exact culture that can be assigned to them. By the time of Roman Empire, we finally get some mentions of them. Their culture, language, or lifestyle. But even that is still mysterious. Ancient writers mentioned some groups, like Veneti and later Sclaveni and Antis, but we still can't be 100% certain, especially about the Veneti. Why not? Well, because there is not enough evidence. Just speculations. But despite the lack of ancient knowledge about the Slavs, writers did note that early Slavic groups lived a similar lifestyle to Germanic people, with a pinch of steppe traditions, but still their own distinct group. And honestly, when you look at the map of where they lived in their supposed homeland before they migrated across the continent, between Central and Far Eastern Europe, it's kind of obvious that they were influenced by so many cultures. Now, some of you might think that the word or an ethnonym Slav might mean slave, because they sound very similar in the English language. Now, explaining why they are not the same word would take too long, and I'm also too lazy to do so, so just forget about it. What you need to know is that by coincidence these two words sound similar, because of medieval shenanigans. But yeah, it does not mean slave. In Slavic languages, Slav is Sloven or Slovan. Now, where did this ethnonym come from? Well, who the hell knows? Some say it derived from Slava, which means glory, and others say it derived from Slovo, meaning letter/word. Simply put, the ones who can speak similar languages. Fun fact, that kind of goes off the topic a little bit. Slavs still call Germans Nemci, meaning mute people, because our ancestors couldn't understand a single freaking word of them speaking. And we still don't. Honestly, it would be easier for me to learn Hungarian, Chinese, writing down Polish last names, or any other language other than German. In school, I barely survived German lessons. Now, why would we need to learn German if we already had English lessons? Well, to prepare us for Baustella in Germany, of course, you have to start young. Kill me now. Once in school, when I was asked to describe a fridge, I said that I sleep in the fridge. That's my German for you. I only know Achtung when the boss yells at you, Mahlzeit when it's time for lunch at work, and that's about it. I'm not even trying to diss the Germans. Like, have you seen how long some of their words are? Holy Mother of God. Instant PTSD. Sparking my grandparents' genes from the time when the Third Reich was still roaming our streets. after a very quick diss of the Germans and going off the topic just a little bit, let's move on. Don't worry guys, we won't be focusing solely on history today. Oh no. Now, being Slav isn't just about ethnicity or language, it's a way of life. A life filled with depression, alcohol, insanity, alcohol, crazy ideas in free time, alcohol, and so on. Oh, did I mention alcohol? Yeah, that's very important. I spent hours watching only in Russia compilations on YouTube. Most of the time I can relate, except for their crazy winters and swear words. We don't need their swear words over here, because we are very creative with our own. Don't worry guys, I'll teach you some in the future. Now, the stereotypes don't disappoint. 99% of them are true, except the unseasoned food one. Sure, some dishes don't look appetizing, but to say our food is unseasoned, like British beans on toast with the side of mutated creature they call black pudding, is unacceptable. That's like telling Mexicans their food isn't delicious. Now our food might look bland, but trust me, the seasoning is on point. And if it's made by our mothers, goated status. Oh yeah, there is also a lot of meat. I'm afraid to mention the next stereotype because we all knew it was coming up. And it's our names. Yeah, Americans have a quite hard time pronouncing them. And in some way I kind of understand that. Now here in Slovenia, we spell words as they are written. No crazy pronunciations like the English language. For example, I will never get this. Kansas is pronounced Kansas, but this is pronounced Arkansas. Like, what? Now, don't even get me started on French. Our names with letters like these are pronounced exactly as written, except the Polish. No offense, Poland, but what on earth is this, man? Here, these letters are just combined sounds. For example, the letter sh is written as sh in English, ch is this, and so on. Meanwhile, people having the most problems pronouncing our letters and words, like the English speakers, pronounce their letters like this. For example, Y is I pronounced as I. Like what? So yeah, we are not all named Ivan. We are also named Dmitri, or Vasily, or Vladimir. Oh, you did not expect that, huh? Okay, let's move on. Another stereotype, Adidas. No, we don't all wear it. But yes, every Slavic household probably has at least one Adidas product. Here in the Balkans, we upgraded to Nike. Nike got popular thanks to hype boys. We call them Gassery over here. That's why this brand became more popular than Adidas here. But they are still very close. I just realized that I gave you a freaking full analysis why do we wear Nike more than Adidas here, man. A good way to waste my time. And now, the most important part of being a Slav. Alcohol. We drink like maniacs. At the party, alcohol. Wedding, alcohol. At the funeral, of course, alcohol. We use it to cope, celebrate, or being sad. Add some traditional folk music and you're not going home for days, maybe even weeks. The amount we drink is actually quite impressive. We just open up the closet and find a secret stash of rakia, vodka, or any other kind of rocket fuel and science experiment. And yeah, these are Slavs. Leave a like, because new videos are coming out soon. Until those times, stay safe, stay educated, and until next time, boo!